Today is the day we are finally doing our Gryphon launch. I know you guys are looking at these. We'll explain these in a second here, but we've been building those Gryphons for probably, I don't know, about 2.5 months, somewhere in there. And I'm finally at the point where I have about 20 of them, and I still have about 18 of them to build, maybe 16 somewhere in there. But my biggest thing is I wanted to make sure that, you know, we have a bunch of cool, very unique color combos. Some of those I have never seen, and they're ready to go. So if you guys order, boom, they're out the next day. Unless it's like on a Friday, then of course it would go out the Monday. But that was my biggest thing I noticed when I was ordering off Etsy, that I would order something, you gotta wait 6 weeks or 8 weeks to get. And so for me, I've been printing 24/7, setting up all these blasters, building them, testing them, and I think they are pretty sweet, and there's a lot more fancier color combos to come. But yes, these Yeehaws also, we do have these coming. These are just a few ones that I tested and built. Tons of different colors coming. Of course, the Hypers coming, which are more simpler versions of these, but yes, they are all ready to go. We're gonna switch it up here, and we're gonna go check out the actual wall just to explain some, but we do have a ton of videos on there, so let's go check these things out. Man, I'm so pumped to get these things and talk about these things to you guys. You guys have seen my other previous videos on these where we're like, oh yeah, check them out. But we're just gonna go into a little more detail here because this is the link, or this is the video that's gonna be on the Etsy site when you go to that listing. So some of these are phenomenally colored. I think these ones that I built in Dr. Flux's studio, these are phenomenal. I think they look great. I do love these. I mean, look at this. I think someone called that bubblegum. I think you just sent me a message. I mean, that looks awesome. We do have the classic black and whites, white and blacks. We got the, this is called mint and white. We got, again, the bubblegums. We got the green and yellows. We got the, I think called this like royal blue. I forgot the blue, but the neons. We got the purple, and this is a stone. I don't know if you guys can kind of see this, but this is like a stone. It looks really, really sharp. Now, these do all have Krakens in there with worker smooths. I know some people are like, why don't you use daybreaks? I do have daybreaks coming. I have a whole bunch that I'm gonna print, but these things shoot roughly about 140 depending on which dart you're using. We use the Ruby darts or the Dart Zone Pro red darts that you can get at Target, and they roughly shoot about 140, maybe sometimes 130 depending on if they're super worn out. But these things are, oh gosh, they're absolutely gorgeous. I would love to see one of these on the field. I've seen a few Gryphons on my local field, but none of them really have these color combos like this. Oh man, I would love to see something like this. I mean, I wish, you know, the video did this thing justice, you guys, because this like mint in this pink, oh, it just looks really, really good. And again, I've done a lot of testing on these and just kind of tweaking of a few things to make sure that this thing, you know, performs and works great based upon what is inside it. But these things are basically ready to go right to you guys, of course, put in a 3S. And of course, yeah, you can run these on a 2S if you want to try and get down a little bit lower to HVZ or something a little bit lower. But man, I wish the video did this thing justice. They look phenomenal. But I do have a lot more colors coming. I might have a few kind of custom ones where I'm gonna do like all rainbow or something like that. You know who you are. You always ask me for all rainbow stuff, and I only did a few of my XFB ones in rainbow. They're very, very limited, but I might do that for a couple custom of these so people can be like, man, I only got one, and XFoxGames is probably not gonna make another. But I have a ton more colors. I got sparkle colors. I got more blacks, more pinks, more blues. I got a plethora. So this is our first initial push that I'm doing right here. And we do have multiples of these, so I just wanted to put a few of these up on the wall so you can see the different color combos. But from the start, yeah, these things are ready to go. And a lot of you guys have been asking me, where can you get them? When can you get them? They're gonna be on our Etsy store. Check it down below. They are priced aggressively. Probably, wow, for this type of setup, probably at least $50 cheaper than anybody that I've seen, which is awesome. Again, my biggest thing is I want to put blasters that I'm proud of in your guys' hands that I could say, hey man, that was done by XFoxGames. I want to see your guys' pictures when you guys are out there in HVZ and things like that. I want to see somebody holding this because I know, I'm going to know and be like, that's XFoxGames right there. That is XFoxGames' blaster. So who knows? I've been seeing some of the XFKOs that I do and things like that. I've been seeing those in some game footage, and it just makes me happy because when I send someone a blaster, I don't really know who they are, right? If I get something sent to me or I order something, people don't know me by Joe. You know, they don't know my last name. Well, hopefully you should, but they don't know. So when I get it and they see it, they're like, man, that's awesome. So I am super pumped to release these. You know, I couldn't have done it without you guys, man. I couldn't have done it without you guys. You guys are a tremendous help, both to my Etsy store, watching the videos, and if I could send everybody one of these things, I would, but, right, it is what it is. But again, we have a lot more of these coming, so just hang in there, and yeah, thanks for everybody for for checking this out. And here we go.